So, welcome to episode 2 of the 727 tour series. I don't really know what to really call this, but I'm just listening. I'm just watching all of these videos of them in Singapore, and it's great. So, anyway, this is gonna be We Know, and hopefully, it's gonna sound really, really good. Obviously, this is not one of the party songs. This is the ballad. I'll be more focused on the vocals rather than anything else that they're doing. So let's see how this goes. Un, tre, due, uno.
Same drugs, same life, guess that's just your game. You gotta hurt the same way God can me. You show me everything I need to see.
Okay, she's a little flat. I already hear that. But this may be like further into the show. I'm not gonna give her any excuses. Find the note. Come on, girl. Lauren. Yes. Always on point, Lauren. Come through. Come on, girl. Okay, girl. Okay, Normani. Okay. Okay, yes, yes. I love when they use this melody because I grew up listening to this song by Aldebarge. I like the harmony in the back. Go ahead. No. I mean, yes, but no. Yes, but no. I mean, one thing I have to say, and this is important, y'all need to get them harmonies tighter. And the thing is, I put up my Little Mix video, and you saw how I praised them for their vocals, for their harmonies being very tight. And the thing is, though, Fifth Harmony, they do have good harmonies. And the fact that harmony is in their name, you would think that they would have it together all the time. Not always the case, especially when it comes to their concert tours. I don't know what it is. I don't know if their in-ears are messed up or something. Maybe they need some new in-ears. Maybe they really just can't hear themselves. It's always good when they do things like in the studio, when they do a live, they do like a live performance in a studio, when they were on Billboard and stuff. They were definitely able to hear themselves, probably because it's quiet. So I will give them a little slack for that. However, you should know the key that your song is in. Even if you cannot hear yourself, and this is not harmonies, this is for the solos. Normani was flat through half of her solo, and the fact that she starts the song, I can't really grade that any higher. Like, I can't give her a better score on her, just simply because of that. Normani has the talent. Normani has the ear. I know she has the ear. She just has to work it and tune it, and kind of just remember where you are. There are so many different songs that I know and I remember the original keys to. And that's one thing, singers, you kind of have to remember keys. You have to remember the keys that songs start in, because if you ever have to sing that song, you want to be in the right key. Especially if if everyone else is starting in the same key and you have to start in that key as well. It's not that she was completely off key though. It's just that she was a little bit flat, a little bit underneath the note that she should have been on. And I mean, it's consistent with this group, honestly. Like, a lot of flat notes are hit. Ali hit a couple of flat notes, and Normani hit a couple of flat notes. Now, Lauren, she's pretty solid when it comes to staying in key, to, keeping her tone under control. I think, in my opinion, Lauren has the most control over her vocals when it comes to live performances. And she doesn't do anything too crazy, I think. I think the others take a little bit more risks, which is good, but when you're trying to put on a really good performance, sometimes it's best to keep yourself leveled, or at least in your limits. Testing limits and bounds go kind of outside of the level of experience. Dinah was good throughout it, but she only has like one little part, and then she has like some ad libs at the end. But she was solid too. As long I'm gonna say something so shady, but as long as she's not dancing, she can keep herself under control. But yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good. It was good. It was solid. It's just tone is something very, very important. And Normani definitely has to work on her tone, because she can fall a little flat sometimes, even just like in other songs too. Other songs, it's kind of like an issue that she goes a little flat sometimes, or her tone. I don't know what it is. I just know that it has to be worked on. In order for this 5H3 to be successful, we have to make sure that we get those little weaknesses under control. Because yes, they may be a group, but we still know them as individuals as well. We know each member of the group. We know what their voices sound like. And at this point, if you are a harmonizer, you know each member's strengths and weaknesses. You know what they can and cannot do with their voice. You know their limits. But I kind of want to be surprised for this next. I want to be surprised. I want to hear some more Normani belts. Notice in any of the previous stuff, like, she doesn't have a lot of belting opportunities. Like, she doesn't really ever get a belt, and I feel like it's mostly because I feel like it might be either management or herself, the producers. Maybe it's just her holding herself back, and she doesn't like to belt out, or maybe she doesn't feel like she can. But I definitely want to hear it, because I know she can do it. And in the song I Lied, which is one of the reasons why I Lied is probably my favorite song other than Scared of Happy. I Lied is probably my favorite song on 727, and it's because of Normani's part. Literally, it's because of Normani's part. And I was surprised. I was so surprised when she belted that note out. And I kind of want to see that live. And speaking of I Lied, I think I'm going to do that one next. So stay tuned.